Hey guys, so it is day 51, and as you can tell, I look really rough right now. So rough actually that the guys at the Galleria, when I went to get dinner, asked if how tired I was and if I was sleeping. So that just goes to show you somebody that's only known me for about 6 straight weeks can tell exactly how beat up I am right now. As a quick personal update, I'm extremely tired. I haven't slept properly in close to a week. It's just been, it's wearing on me today. So, not a lot. So not really a lot to talk about, right? I've been at work for a very long time today, and work's going to continue to get longer. Yesterday I went out with a coworker. We had dinner. You guys know the story partially when I locked myself out of the apartment. This morning I did find my key. It was exactly where I thought it was, the back seat of the driver's car. So that was good. I didn't have to buy a new key, and it wasn't too far away. So it's a good thing, I guess, that they use the same car and same driver every day. Otherwise, God only knows where my house key would have been. But a couple different things, I guess. So one of my new coworkers, the guy that I went out to dinner with last night, joined me for lunch, and he's like, "Oh, I'm buying your lunch. You paid for dinner." I'm like, "No, it's okay." And then the bill came, and he apparently received my discount that I've been getting lately, and he asked me if I had some kind of special deal running or what the hell the situation was, and I was just like, I eat here frequently. I tip well, and just whatever. So he thought that was kind of funny that I apparently have my own gig running at the Galleria. And then at work I decided we kind of played good cop bad cop against a vendor, and it not necessarily was unwarranted, but at the same token, it was kind of a gamble. So we decided that we were going to give him just a little more nudge, and apparently it was a little too much. So after the phone call, it was a very brief call, about 40 minutes. They took them about 3 minutes, and they called the senior director. And to one point, they played the "oh, woe is me" card. Your team's being mean and just very, very rough. And we're trying to do our part, and they just keep beating us up. And so right before the director got the call, I wanted to tell him, look, we pushed him a little bit today, a little bit more than normal. But unfortunately, we had a separate meeting that took a little bit longer than I expected, and so the director kind of got sideways with it, and he came in and he agreed that yes, they needed some pressure, but maybe we should give them a little bit of breathing room. They're trying, so I took my official first smack on the hand here at the office today. And considering it's been almost 8 full weeks, that's not bad. Normally it's a lot sooner before I take the first, hey, you're out of line. So I've been playing really nice. So I think one really big push out of 8 weeks, it's not too bad. So hopefully we'll give them some slack tomorrow, and maybe we'll all play nice, and they'll tell me some cool stuff. So we'll see. One thing I have noticed about India, and it's not necessarily India, but it's more kind of the habits of people, is that everybody here has their own, kind of like their own tick, kind of like their own, I don't even know, I'm just going to go with tick, right? So one of my bosses, when I talk to him, he'll say a few words, and then, like he kind of sounds like Yoda. Like I think it's kind of my nickname for the guy, because he'll talk to you and you'll be like, so how's everything going? And then yeah, we're gonna do that, okay? And then and then so that's one guy, and I've got another guy that talking to him, okay, like, and everyone, and literally everyone that I've spoken to has had their own. There's like this tick, whether it's a tick of like agreement, or when they get like, not, I wouldn't say confused, but like really deep into thought, like, It's like their version of Like, I don't really understand it, or I don't really agree with it, but whatever. And everybody's got one. So like I said, I got one boss that kind of sounds like Yoda. I've got a guy that likes to suck his teeth. I've got another guy that just... And it's not, like I said, it's not like it's this rare thing. Everyone here has one. I don't think I've spoken to many of the women that do, but definitely the men. Like, the men have, there's just this, it's this tick. So I guess it's something you can take away, that there's always some kind of, you kind of have to understand that it's not like they're being rude, or that they're like dismissing you, but it's this, almost like it's this just unconscious response to processing things, whether it is the translation of what they want to say, gathering their words, or understanding what it is that I'm saying to them. It's just, and I'm not going to say weird. It's not a weird thing. It's just, it's different, right? So you talk to people in the U.S. and you'll get that one guy, you know, it's kind of like, hey, all right, what's up? All right. And then you speak to other people, and maybe it's a hand gesture, or, you know, it's a shoulder shrug, or a nod, but everyone here has one. It's kind of cool. Again, just one of those things, and I guarantee none of them know they're doing it. It's just a very natural thing to them. On a side note, I don't know if I'm just being paranoid today, or what the hell's going on, or just for some reason I have a big fucking come talk to me sign on my head. But on the way to dinner, I had a couple guys that looked like they were from around here, you know, didn't have much luggage with them. One guy had a backpack, and another guy was just hanging out with him. Stopped to ask me something. At best, and for all good intentions, I'm going to say that they were asking me for directions. There was a very, very thick accent, and English was obviously far from a second language. Couldn't really understand what he said, so just kind of sorry and moved along. A couple blocks down the road, this van, 3 guys in it at the first time, pull up. Guy gets out of the van, and kind of an older guy maybe, definitely didn't look like he was, you know, in the mood to start some shit. Gets out the van, and I'm not thinking much of it. But the problem was we weren't near like a housing development. We were kind of outside like this park, in between businesses, just kind of this flat area. About another block down the road, van pulls up again, sits there for a minute. Now the passenger's out of the car. Now he didn't get out when he pulled up next to me. He got up somewhere between the last 2 blocks. Third block, I take a turn. We saw him hit one of the side streets, go up a slightly different path to dinner. The van pulls up again, right next to me, right in front of me, and stops. So I made sure I stayed more on the outside of the van, where if it wasn't the passenger side at all, so if anybody was going to jump out, it was going to have to be the driver. They weren't getting away very quickly. But it could be my paranoia. I don't know. Tonight's just been one of those weird nights. Not too long after that, a couple more guys stopped me, and again, best intentions. They were asking for directions. The one guy had a couple bags, looked like he was trying to deliver. One guy's driving. They look confused as hell. Then I had a Mumbai crackhead say hello to me tonight. That was cool, and you could tell he was a crackhead. He had crack tendencies. He was crackish. So I guess more happened to me tonight than I thought. So I don't know. I'm gonna play it a little low key for the next day or so, just to make sure everything's cool, because the whole van thing was a little weird. Picked up a couple guys that were just kind of, you know, following me, not too close, not too far. I don't know, just this weird feeling tonight. So trust my instinct, lock myself for the rest of the evening, and like I said, we'll keep a real low profile tomorrow and see what we notice. But outside of that, y'all know the drill. You know, share the video, like the page, subscribe, and questions, comments. Other than that, I'll see you guys back in the U.S. and stateside. Peace.